I was in a private middle school, like elementary to middle school, I think. And like I didn't have. I think my graduating class at the end, very end, like 8, going into high school was 80 people. So like I was like very somewhat sheltered. Like I didn't know what public school education was like. You know, I was like, hey guys, we're going like on a yearly trip to like Corpus Christi in Texas or like some random location where we just go chill. I'm like, oh, normal people don't do this. Like normal public schools don't do this. Like I thought it was just normal. My parents like really wanted the best for me.
That's really cute.
That's good.
Sweet. That
I
sounds
remember
like more of
like
a wholesome show.
I had like problems in high school because I hated school. I was super depressed. I hated people there. I just hated it. And I begged my mom, like, Mom, can I go to private school, please? Can I go to boarding school or like just some kind of private institution, right? But we didn't have the money.
Oh, okay. So like, let's say you guys have kids. I don't remember if you guys wanted kids in the future, but let's say you do. Would you like put them into private school, like private tutoring?
Hell no.
Or would you give them like you would want to give them like the
hell
full-on
fucking
public
no.
education?
The private school in the island I'm from, fucking $10,000 a year, $11,000 a year for middle school and high school. Those kids grow up to be drug addicts. They are not captains of industry. They smoke crack on fucking weekends because the parents are so rich there that they just like leave the kids alone and they go off on business, and the kids are just at home with fucking $1 million from their parents, and they can just get as many drugs as they want anywhere. They have all the money and like all the space to like have drug parties. So that was a private school where I was from. I think you just put them into public school and like fucking coin flip if they turn out good.
Just shape them.
That's the best you can hope for.
Yeah, my first week of high school was like huge, like culture shock because elementary and middle school, I was never like a great student, but like the schools I went to were like pretty good for like their magnet programs and stuff. And the high school I went to also had a magnet program, but it was mixed with like the local kids. And I started school a little late because their program started in like August when normal high school started like September. And so I was a little behind, and I just remember I was in this art class, first class in high school ever, and it's like a mixture. It's like a class where like both local and magnet students could be in. I was sitting next to this this girl who was part of the local program, and she took out a lead pencil, took off the eraser, and unscrewed the top, put a line of cocaine onto her mirror, and snorted it in first period. And as I was 12 or 13 at the time, seeing this like very large, probably senior of high school, like just slamming cocaine like at 9 a.m.
Are you sure that's what you saw?
That's how you get your day
started. I remember it clearly. Our teacher did not give a single fuck. She was just in the corner making her own pieces, and she like poured out the coke from her lead pencil onto her mirror, lined it up, and then just snorted it.
Okay.
That is epic.
Wow.
that reminded me of fucking similar. Not really. That's actually, I don't think I've ever seen anyone do a hard drug like in class.
That was my first time. And also, that was like the craziest thing I'd ever seen since, to be honest. Like that first day really set the tone for the rest of high school, but I had never seen anything like it since that first day. It was crazy. I was like,
day one.
Am I in prison? Like, what the hell is this?
Dude, that was my first day of high school ever. One day freshman. I got to school and there was a campus-wide lockdown because like 4 or 5 fights broke out on campus and it caused like a riot, and it was a school-wide lockdown, and just everyone got like shut in classrooms fucking first day, and there were so many, there were like gang fights breaking out around the school, and then it never happened again. I was like, oh my god, I'm ready to be in fucking hell for 4 years.
Yeah, I'm gonna like walk out of high school with like tattoos and shit, like hard as fuck.
The teardrop
like
on my
honestly
eye.
It wasn't nearly as crazy as I thought it was gonna be based on that first day.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
the first
that's
day,
reasonable.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Shit, that was like wild.
Do you guys have like a lot of dumb kids at your high school?
Oh, we're just
Probably.
we're the gatekeep.
Like like people
Intelligence,
who's
huh?
like no, people who are like doing dumb shit like
Oh.
constantly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we had like a good fair share of people who just like fuck off and do whatever's,
I feel like
which I was one of.
my parents moved to a neighborhood specifically for the high school. Like the schools there were really good, so I
Oh.
went to a pretty decent high school where it was
Oh,
not
people are like
much
paying
like
attention.
trouble really. I don't
Oh.
recall like any big like thing happening. Like we had a little Christian club, a philosophy club. Like there were really some of the kids there had really nice cars because a lot of the parents were wealthy. There was like one thing where we had like two cafeterias, right? The north cafeteria and the south cafeteria, and I didn't make the rules. All the Asians just went to the south cafeteria.
I don't make the rules.
Reminds me
it
of
was-
Korea. Nice.
And they called it South Korea, yeah. And I was like,
Really? That's so funny.
no. So one time, because like sometimes like the North cafeteria has like different food, right, from the South cafeteria, like the where they sell it. So one time I went to the North cafeteria to buy food, and it was like in another like country because I was so used to the people in the South cafeteria that it was like a shift. It was very interesting. And then like once you found your spot in the cafeteria, like everyone sat there, like you had to sit at your spot. So
Ooh, the clicks.
times.
The fucking clicks.
Yeah, I think our table was like we liked anime and we were kind of quiet, introverted, you know.
Nice, you had the mag
Kinda-
club without the
We like
title.
reading books. You know.